Yo guys, what's going on? Hope you guys had a fantastic day. Hope you survived Powell, FOMC, rate decision, all that good stuff that happened this afternoon. Like I said, it was kind of choppy this morning. Nice little downtrend, take out London lows, and then that was it for any downturn today. And then from lunch on to close, nothing but a straight pump again. Obviously, five straight bullish days here, big bullish days each day. We came into today looking for we were watching on ES. We were watching this 4-hour FEG. And I remember like we had not tapped into it yet, so I was like, oh well, it's possible we come back down, we tap into it, kind of like the previous ones. There's always some kind of downturn. Look, like downturn, 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 all into these 4-hour FEGs, and then we just go right back up. And so I mean, obviously very bullish 4-hour candle here. It tells me there's still it's crazy to think this can keep going, right? But I mean, still nothing is telling us too short. I understand it's probably very difficult to long up here. I am even being very cautious with any long positions up here as well, just because it makes sense. Risk management is obviously key when it comes to these markets, right? So, but yeah, we're watching this 4-hour, and I said, well, as long as this holds, I mean, unless we start displacing through this during FOMC, we're probably coming down here to this low. Uh, and then we'll see, like obviously because we have flea inversus, what else is going to keep price from going back down to here? But that doesn't matter because you see the 4-hour held, right? And then we're looking for we have to go to the ES continuous chart just to see where we were getting our next price targets, right? So our first price target was up here, was 47.22, was going to be this weekly high on this candle here. You can kind of see it on the daily chart a little bit a little bit better here. Maybe not. Yeah. Okay. So it's over here. Right up in here. So the 47.22 turns out to be a weekly level. It's gonna be this. Where is it here? It's okay. So it's this level right here. 47.22. That's where I got that level from. And then obviously at the very top at this swing high on the weekly was 47.34. You see we took both those. We're still displacing up through. Tells us we probably want to go higher here. So the next price point I'm going to be looking at on ES. I'm not saying we're going here anytime soon. We could absolutely pull back first. You always got to be careful. You always got to watch and be like, okay, well we could come back here, fill this, maybe some of these weeklies and then go higher. Because that's what the markets do. Like we go up and then we come down. So it is something we have to watch out for. But I mean, we could keep grinding right up here to 48.17 would be our next major target here on ES. Let's go to the daily. See if there's anything else noticeable prior to that. That really isn't. So 48.17 would be the next interest for ES. Um, so the same thing as last night. This most likely turns into a 4-hour FEG based on the next 4-hour candle that forms here, and then we'll be watching that going into tonight. But since that's not there right now, um, let's watch this hourly FEG. This will be key. You want to see this hold. Um, You want to see this hold, otherwise we know we're coming here, or probably down to like, take out a bunch of lows here. We have a lot of good lows here. That will probably get taken out at some point when we come back down to fill some daily FEGs and some weekly FEGs. But at some point. So that's the targets on ES. Going to NQ, we gotta go to, like I said, we have to pull out different charts here because we just keep going up so high here to get our next levels. I thought this was interesting, so I just want to show you guys how like the power of that 50%, right? Swing low on the weekly to up here, 50%, and then higher, right? So this is why it's so important to look at it. I will show you this going into this afternoon. Obviously, this was our FOMC pump. Um, Come down here, you start your 50%, boom, 50%. Kind of showed you guys that in chat. Held this 15-minute FEG like to the tick, and went right back up. We inversed the 5-minute, so and then obviously we were going back higher here. So still, like you would want to see strong displacement here if like we were gonna go like lower right now. So since we're not getting that, kind of tells us price wants to continue higher. So let's go to the higher time frame chart here, or the continuous chart. Worth noting we have this volume imbalance here where the bodies are not touching. I expect us to come back here and retest this, fill this in at some point. I mean, we could come back down, fill that, tap into this daily FEG and then higher. Like that's a possibility, or we can just keep going too. So our next levels. The only thing else I'm seeing on NQ is this high right here. It's kind of important high. It is 939 would be the next target for NQ, and then you realize it also taps into this weekly FEG. Has not been rebalanced at all. So I do think we are drawing up to this high. Just don't know when we're going to. Are we going to go straight to it, or pull back, hit a volume imbalance, fill in some of these daily FEGs that are in this weekly candle, and then go and then higher, and that's a possibility. So I would just have to watch for our inverses and order blocks, and that'll kind of show us where price wants to go to next. Same thing for NQ today. Remember we were wanting 655 off this. We were looking for 655, and then we were looking for, this 4 hour to either hold or be broken to tell us whether we want to go down to this 4 hour or maybe even this low. The same one I pointed out on ES, but you see we held it, pushed up higher. We were looking for 16655, which was obviously this high here from yesterday. Uh, um, Sorry, not yesterday. This was the overnight low, and then we were looking for 16,676, which if we turn our B adjust off and go to our weekly chart here, this is where that 676 target came from. You see, we just took it. We still aren't really displacing over it, so maybe we get some kind of pullback first, maybe not. We'll see what we have 10, 12 more hourly candles coming before we uh, have to place more trades again. So we'll wait and see what the overnight sessions give us. But that's how I got the 676 level there. And then yeah, looking up for that 939 level next here on NQ1. So today, kind of go over what happened today here. Let's see if we can go on to a 15-minute chart. So obviously this morning we pumped up. We took that 655 level, which was off to the left. I had a lot of bearish sentiment coming in. A lot of bears were saying, "Oh, okay, it's time to short." But this was this candle right here coming down, finally tapping into. You see this candle, this candle, this candle did not tap into this 4 hour, and then uh, it come down, rebalance the 4 hour, and then we go higher. What else do you notice here? All these lows right here, or from overnight, right? So this low right here, and these lows right here would be your London lows, and then these would also be your Asia lows as well right here. So you see, we come down, we take this would be like your accumulation, your manipulation up, or your manipulation down. I'm sorry. So you have accumulation, manipulation down, and then your distribution up higher for FOMC. Your manipulation leg was come down, sweep all the liquidity from London and Asia sessions, and then obviously distribute back higher, supporting that 4 hour FEG. So with that, I really have nothing else to go over. Just another crazy bullish day out here. You see, let's see here. I don't think we tapped 50% here. This was the little pullback after the highs this afternoon, starting like 3:30. See, we really didn't tap 50% here, but you see how we always come back and we fill in this FEG, and then there's this tiny FEG where we finally bounce from. You see how the market always likes to come back and fill those in, so that's why we always have to be careful and know where our unfilled fair value gaps are. Um, as well. Another thing to note for you people that are still like trying to learn order blocks and stuff. Very important note, like you see how we made one here, came down, retested it, good to go. We made one here. We didn't come back and retest it, but it still told us price was, willing to move higher. We had an order block here, tapped into it higher. A little order block here, tapped in, or we made an order block when we closed over this wick, went a little bit higher, and then we finally, had our little 50% pullback from down here. This would be your 50%, and then back higher. So to get back over, I want to see us to go back to a high day. or even tomorrow, I want to see us get over this 5 minute here, get over this 5 minute. We're going back to 806 and then probably on to 939. If we reject this, we probably make a smaller a larger pullback here, but nothing to really worry about now. Is we're going into overnight hours, right? So I just want to show you that, and I also want to show you the importance of order block wicks. That's why these are important. These are important. If if this candle comes down and closes below like the CE of this order block wick here, that's when you know we're probably going down. Kind of like here, like this candle closes below here, and it told us, okay, well this order block is no longer supporting price because we already took whatever level we wanted to up here. This order block closes below the top of this one, and it tells us price wants to go lower. Where'd we go? We fill in this FEG, we fill in this FEG. You see we hold the CE of this wick. We hold this 5 minute order block. I don't think there's anything on the 15 there, but we came down, we hit 50% just enough, held the 15, and then we're pushing back higher. So that's how you kind of use order blocks, especially on trend days. I've kind of been showing you guys that, but just want to show you some more examples here. You see, this would be your order block here. You got all these down candles. This candle finally closes above it. And then you see how this order block got tapped into and is now supporting price here. So you want to see this hold if you're still bullish. So with that, nothing else to show you guys. Long enough video. Hope you guys had a fantastic day. Stayed safe. Daddy Powell didn't take your money, and we will see you in the morning.